Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 8th episode of the 7th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So we have Mr. Proton return last episode. Interesting. You know, that was the second episode that he's been in. Do you remember the last time he was in the hospital and Sheldon went over and he kind of asked him to fill in because he had a class to teach, remember? But this time they bumped into each other and, you know, he asked Leonard to look at a research paper or something that he's been doing, and you know, Sheldon got a little bit offended that he chose him over him, and the reason why is I kind of understand it. He's a little bit too critical, isn't he? You know, if it's not absolutely perfect, if it's not to Sheldon's standards, then he's going to absolutely rip it to shreds. And sometimes people don't actually want that. They want people to tell them that it's okay and how to have pointers here and there. They don't want to be absolutely battered all the way down to the ground. So I get it. Sheldon ended up hacking his computer, his emails anyway, and basically reading it and giving him advice on it. Now, interestingly, you know, Howard, he ended up infiltrating Ladies' Night, which obviously usually takes part with Raj. He's been enjoying it because he can express himself without, you know, having to worry about the guys making fun of him and, you know, taking the mickey out of his masculinity. But in reality, he just loves having a good time, you know, gossiping, bickering and just doing arts and crafts. And he kind of got a little bit jealous himself, actually, when Howard was turning up and he was providing, you know, other, you know, methods of basically doing things and making things. Raj was making, like, beaded bracelets and necklaces and, like, Howard was taking it like to a complete next level, going full scientific on it, and he kind of felt like he was like infiltrating it and ruining it. But they had a good moment where obviously Raj lashed out a little bit and moaned, and Howard came over and he sat down and they both kind of apologized to each other and you know, basically, you know, put the feelings out on the line. And you know, even Amy made a comment that basically those two are going to have sex before her and Sheldon does, because obviously how close they are. So it was good, obviously, that even though they was fighting, they made up, and it was a nice moment between them. But now we're on today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into the 8th episode of the 7th season of The Big Bang Theory.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I've had this dartboard since I've known you, but I've never seen you play.
Oh,
That is
we
true.
played once. I broke a window.
Where are the skee ball tickets?
Skee ball tickets?
Yeah, from when we went to the arcade 3 years ago. Yeah, I finally decided what prize I want.
Probably in the junk box.
Ooh, what are you gonna get?
None of your business. But when you see me wearing a flower in my lapel later, you are most welcome to sniff it. Get yourself an eraser for your troubles.
Aunt made it for me when I started college.
Aw, did she hate you?
More in the box.
I think I've got them all. No, they're not in here.
You barely looked. Let me see.
No, I'm gonna show you what's in the box, but just, you promise not to flip out.
What?
I know I was supposed to return this DVD a long time ago, and I know we rented it on your card, but it's been like 7 years. Instead of being a giant pain in the ass like you always are, what if this one time you just tried staying calm?
That seems like a reasonable request. Although so did Hey Leonard, would you mind returning that DVD?
I'm waiting for him to flip out.
And you're going to stay calm. Sheldon's being reasonable.
Yeah, it's freaking me out. I'm gonna go.
Usually he over-exaggerates and everything. I was going to say as well, like, with him doing that and actually moaning that he's had it for so long and he has to return it, just shows that he's actually a good person, and you know that he's not a criminal, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, he would never be able to go out and steal somebody's things or do something against the law because he's kind of like too honest, you know what I'm saying? But also, he's probably rented on his library card, and I'm surprised it's actually not panicking from that, because obviously it could have a red mark against it or something. Do you know what I mean? It could look bad on him.
So, when you say you're not going to freak out about the DVD, here's what that means. Don't fixate on it. Don't wake me up in the middle of the night or nag me through the door while I'm on the toilet.
Completely disregard how uncomfortable unresolved issues are for me. It's like an itch in my brain I can't scratch. I promise I won't pester you about the DVD. You can defecate in peace. That's a win for both of us. So this matter is resolved. I would like you to wear this sweater. You say it's itchy and uncomfortable. I say situations like this make me feel the same way.
I'm telling you, try the hanger. This sweater shuts you up. I'm gonna make a fortune selling them to everyone we know.
He's going to moan at his itcher.
I forget to tell you, that store went out of business years ago.
Really?
Well, the intention
How
was
those
there.
nipples feeling, Chief?
Well, what's he supposed to do there, to be honest? At least that he admitted he'd done something wrong. He was willing to wear the same kind of thing, itchy, scratchy, inconvenient outfit, as well as he was saying with the tape. And he was going to go and drop it off. Surely that's good enough. You can't really he can't resolve the issue if it's physically impossible to resolve. Do you know what I mean? It's like if it's Blockbuster and it's gone, where are you taking it to? Nowhere. So at least the intention was there that he was trying to do it.
At work today, I did an in vivo stereotaxic surgery.
Cool. At my lab, I performed 10 laser capture microdissections.
I scraped gum off the bottom of that table. That's the girl that broke Rajesh's heart.
Isn't it?
That's Lucy?
I don't know why, but I always pictured her as Indian.
What are you gonna say?
I'm not gonna say anything. I just want to check her out because she hurt my friend, my Indian friend. Who's racist now?
You, because you just called him your Indian friend.
You're Lucy, right? I'm a friend of Raj Kutherpali's. Actually, Amy recognized you.
How's he doing?
Oh, he's good. Why did you break up with him in an email?
I guess I thought it would be easier. Any chance I can get a different waitress?
I'm sorry, this is rude of me. I will get you that water. See. Just now, you expressed your feelings to my face. How come you could do that with me, but not with Raj?
I don't know your email.
He's at home, a blubbering mess.
I thought you said he was okay.
Well, I also said I was getting you water. But look at me, still standing here.
It probably really upset Lucy, though, the personality that she is about the conversation.
So you can never take it off?
No.
Not even to sleep?
No.
Leonard is trying to walk a mile in my metaphorical shoes. He can't walk in my actual shoes. He has the feet of a toddler.
Monday morning, I'll go downtown, look up the owner's information, send him the DVD, pay the late fee.
And impersonating a bear would like everyone to know that only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, is he anything like Munmun the mongoose? He taught us not to play with cobras.
You had to be taught not to play with cobras?
Did we taught not to burn down the forest?
And he's got in there. Right. I understand Leonard's frustration because I hate anything that's like woolly. I can't actually wear it. It's physically, well, I wouldn't say impossible for me to, but I'd be scratching and itching all day. I'd literally just rather be naked. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, you look online and you buy anything wool, 100% wool, it's like so expensive, it keeps you really warm, but to me, it's so uncomfortable. I can't do it. I would have to have complete base layers underneath it. So I understand his point, to be honest. Now, he should be able to have some sort of tolerance in how much he has to wear it, because obviously, going to bed, X, Y, Z, but like, I think that his intention of going to wear it and trying to actually return it should be good enough. He noticed that he made a mistake. He was willing to, try to make amends. And, if that is not possible, then it's the thought that counts. Do you know what I mean? And he's actually going the extra mile in actually finding the owners of now dissolved business to try and give them something back so that he could please just his friend. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's actually doing quite well.
Something at the restaurant.
We did, you never brought it.
Nachos and a turkey club.
Not even close.
So how are you gonna tell Raj about what you did?
What do you mean, how? What's the big deal?
You told Lucy he was a pathetic mess.
What is wrong with you, Benny? You ruined any chance I had of getting back with Lucy. Lucy? She wants to meet for coffee. I love you, Benny!
I'm thinking about how one could use the fact that a rapidly rotating mirror turns virtual photons into real ones as a method of observing dark energy. I'd love to get an engineer's opinion.
Sure.
This chair is squeaky. Now, do I fix it or get a new one?
Anyway, there is no one to return the DVD to, so this issue is resolved.
Wow, look how bad it is. That's literally how I feel if I wear it.
And that next to Ken thing sounds pretty good.
This is yours.
So, I'm seeing Lucy tomorrow night, and I've never hung out with someone who broke up with me. How do you do it?
You can't let her know you're hurting. The key is confidence.
This girl hurt you so much. Are you sure you want to see her again?
If I may, he has so little self-respect and is so desperate for the smallest crumb of affection, she could literally sleep with his own father in his own bed and post the video to YouTube, and he'd still buy her flowers and ask her to be his bride.
In my defense, if we could survive that, we could survive anything. Can I show an oil painting I made of us surrounded by our children and grandchildren?
No.
I'd save that for the second date.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just trying to find a stupid next of kin to this stupid video store owner so I can return the DVD and see the look on Sheldon's stupid face when he sees that I didn't let this get to me. Get me!
It's really bad, that.
God, is that sweater made of bees?
It's almost done. I have to find the next of kin and send him the DVD and then just wait for someone with my complexion to die so I can get a skin graft.
Sheldon, you're handling this DVD business with an impressive amount of maturity.
The more interesting question you should be asking is, what does this flower smell like?
She's getting squirted. Mate, you'd be fuming with that though, wouldn't you? You actually would be.
Yeah, I got you a cappuccino. I remembered it was your favorite. I also got crumb cake, but I remembered it was my favorite. And I
Wanted to apologize for breaking up with you in an email.
Man, I ate all the crumb cake. We both made mistakes.
I'm kind of seeing someone.
It's not me, right? This is all your fault! Why are you so cruel? Do you enjoy my pain?
There's a girl at the Cheesecake Factory I can set you up with.
I love you, Benny!
Well, is that not how Howard got his actual wife now, Bernadette? Did she not actually set them up? Oh, what actually happened? Was it that he was with Penny, Leonard, and he initiated the, like, basically, if one gets a girlfriend before the other, then they have to set them up with a friend, and the friend ended up being Bernadette. It then ended up blossoming in being the most successful relationship, let's just say, in the show so far, because obviously we got a marriage out of it. Like, that's interesting, isn't it? And now, obviously, another girl at the Cheesecake Factory is there that Penny's trying to sell. Maybe she's just a matchmaker. Wouldn't it be good that if he gets a wife and he gets a girlfriend, wife maybe as well? It'd be nice to see. But also, I was going to say, from both of them speaking to each other, you know, Lucy and, what is it, Raj? They both look much more confident than the last time we seen them. You know, I feel like last time she was very awkward in the social situations, but like she handled the confrontation kind of with Penny quite well, to be honest. You know, Penny was kind of, she was being a bit rude, wasn't she? But she was sticking up for a friend, so you can kind of let it slide in that context. But like in Lucy's term, you know, she handled it well and she actually engaged and she wasn't actually scared and quiet. And obviously Raj can now speak to women and he doesn't really say daft things, you know, he doesn't need the alcohol to obviously give him his confidence. And that actual conversation between them went really well. It's a shame that they couldn't do that the first time they was kind of together.
How is it I can conceptualize a methodology of examining dark matter in the universe, but can't figure out how to fix a novelty squirt flower? There's probably a deep reason, which I'd be happy to discuss with you over some peanut brittle in a can.
Video store owner Nurses Manukian has no next of kin. This is over, right?
Not necessarily. I suggest you look for long-lost relatives.
I am not going to Lebanon to return Super Mario Brothers the movie. Why isn't this bothering you? Isn't your brain getting itchy?
I have something to tell you, but I want you to promise not to flip out. 7 years ago, I found out the DVD was late and I paid for it.
What?
I was going to mention it at the time, but then I thought, someday, this might be a teachable moment.
The makeup department's done really well with that. It looks really bad.
What?
That was diabolical.
And it wasn't easy. Do you have any idea what it's like to wait for years and never know if you're going to finally get satisfaction?
She's honestly waiting for that.
Wow. You're even prettier than Penny said. Can't believe a girl like you doesn't have a boyfriend.
Well, I don't.
I don't believe you. You're lying to me.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
The thing is, like, that Raj moment there, is how he was talking to that date, was how the Raj used to be when he actually had a drink. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what? I've actually seen stuff like that in real life before, where like somebody is super attractive and like obviously they giving somebody the time of day. You know what I mean? Like they're interested in them, like she's with Raj and she's speaking to them, and they kind of can't get their head around like, nah, mate, I'm not having that somebody like you so pretty, yeah, can be single. But like people can take that, even though it's kind of a compliment. people, you don't know how each personality is, and some people don't like that. It's kind of offensive for some people, and it makes the situations a little bit awkward. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I'm always hoping that Raj actually gets with somebody, but you know, the more the show progresses, the more I don't think it's going to happen. But I've got to say though, like as the show progressed, I never thought that he would be able to speak to women freely without alcohol, and we've been able to do that this season, which I think is a massive win. To be honest, I do think it's a massive win. So, you know, there's still loads to go. How many seasons is there? 12, I think? 13, maybe? I'm thinking about 12. There's so much, you know what I mean? We're only on 7, so like, it's just not just over halfway. So there's still loads for his character to progress, you know what I mean? You think that we've seen leaps and bounds and growths and all that in Sheldon? Who knows what the next half of the show is going to hold for us, you know what I mean? It could be a crazy turnaround. We could have mad characters, you know what I mean? So I'm excited that the growth that Raj is taking, to be honest. Obviously, it's not as fast as you'd want it, but the best things in life you have to wait for, do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can speak to them. I'd like to see him go out on a few dates, to be honest, to build his confidence up as well, so he doesn't actually blurt out and ruin situations like this. That could be good for him. But, you know... it's good that he's seen Lucy and kind of got some closure if he actually was holding on to it. And she looks like she's improved, and, you know, her social anxiety's kind of gone out the window now and she's got better at it. So it's kind of a win for both of them, but obviously I feel sorry for Raj. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I've got to admit, I feel sorry for Leonard. Honestly, I really do. Not the fact that he was teased or, you know, he went on a headless goose chase to try and return this DVD. You know, it was the fact that he had to wear that sweater, because I know for how much I hate it. I know I can't wear those type of clothes, and I know the pain that he would have been suffering when you actually look at the red marks that are on his actual body. Now, I say it many times about the makeup department making people look sick on this show. Like, they're really, really good at it, make it look believable. But, like, the makeup on him today was actually really good. You know, it wasn't full on red everywhere. It was in patches. It was how you'd expect it. His acting was good as well. He was always constantly itching and moving. And, you know, what actually made it feel more real as well, which is obviously accidental, is as he was itching, parts of the jumper was falling off. You know what I mean? Like, parts of it, you could see it was all woolly and stuff. And it's like, mate, I couldn't have done it. I've got to say fair play to him for holding on for it for so long. He actually done it out of principle. I do love principle, to be honest. You know, like when people say you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, it's like, yeah, it's the principle of it. You know, he said this, we done that. I can't let Sheldon win. You know, the principle is, I said I'll return it, I'm going to. And like, you know, even Penny gave him an out to take it off while he was in her apartment, and he didn't do it. Found the store closed down, found a guy, died, found an next of kin, died again. You know what I mean? Like, he went to the end and he went committed to do it, and you got to say fair play to him. And, you know, it's understandable now, looking back at what Sheldon's saying there, that he'd already found the pay for the DVD, why he wasn't so stressed out. Because I said earlier on in the episode that, you know, I'm surprised that he'd done, it's probably in his library card or something like that, and it ruins like his score or something. And that's what Leonard said to him at the end. Like, why are you not actually mad? Like, this is your reputation, this is your card, this is your score. And I was actually thinking that he's going to flip it and say, well, actually, on that day we use yours. I secretly use your card or whatever. But it's the fact that he's gone and paid for it. It shows that he's a good person, Sheldon, and honest, isn't it? You know what I mean? He found out it was overdue ages ago and he'd gone back and sorted it. But he tried to get revenge on Leonard. He actually got it as well, because he was stressed, he was red, and he was mad. And, you know, as he was saying there, imagine... basically that end sentence there was like Amy. You know, it's like when somebody says one conversation to one person and it's kind of directed to the other. Imagine being somebody waiting so long and not actually getting it. That's her. You know what I mean? She's waiting for that moment for Sheldon. And when it comes, it's going to be so satisfying. Well, thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.